Let's take a closer look at what this scheduling controversy is all about. Just why are students so agitated? Well, they're saying the dates of these Class 12 examinations are somewhat unfair. The physical education paper, for instance, comes just a day after the joint entrance main exam. There's only a day's gap between the English and physics papers, no gap at all between cost accounting and business studies, no gap between history and mathematics, no breaks between economics and philosophy and biology, psychology and political science and legal studies, and there's no break between physical education and sociology either. Well, joining us on the program tonight, we'll have Sunita Nagpal, Principal of DPS Sushant Lok. Himanshi Munjal, a Class 12 Humanities student, will be joining us, as well as Disha Gopal, a Class 12 Commerce Stream student of Modern School Barakhamba. Here in the studio with me, Dr. Jitendra Nagpal, Senior Psychiatrist and in charge of the School Mental Health Program of Mulchand Medcity, and Annie Koshi, Principal of St. Mary's School. Annie Koshi, let me begin with you. Is this really a problem, or are students at this point jumping the gun a bit?
Is it a problem? So it really depends on from which point of view you're looking at it. A child sitting for the board examinations is looking to get this 95 or 99%. That's the kind of cutoffs that have been talked about last year. When I'm trying to do that and then I see a date sheet, and please remember there's still 2 months left for the exams to start, my first reaction is, oh my God, there is no time between these two papers, and how will I get this 95 or 99? But I think once they sort of decide that I've got 2 months, let me prepare, and this is what all schools would do is, we've got this date sheet, we get our kids in front of us and say, look, there's really just 2 ways to go about it. One is to think, and the other is to say, look, you can do this. You have to sort of prepare, to plan and get ready, and this race can be run well, if that is it. So, hydrate yourself, eat your banana before you start running and do it. So, that's it. I think it can be done.
So, Dr. Jitendra Nagpal, you talk to a lot of students, you sort of handle their stresses, I imagine, before the examinations. Let's not forget, this is a very stressful time for students. There are sort of almost unachievable expectations from them. This is the first time that they are appearing for an examination that will really determine the course of their future for many of them. So, when students say, at least give us conditions in which we can prosper and thrive, give us those those gaps between dates. Is it an unfair demand?
It's not an unfair demand, and first of all, I would like to start, when the spring is here, then exam anxiety is never far behind. I think that's a tradition in India for so many years now. Practically, the wonderful season comes with the stress of exams. And 12th is indeed a crucial point. It's a hairpin bend for life. It's a lifelong decision making. So, I would support the student body in terms of their response, but not their reaction, for the simple reason that somewhere, as ma'am was saying, the rehearsal part is not just about a month. It's practically 5 to 6 months that have gone by in many exams, including the pre-board now. And maybe for some of them, yes, the back-to-back on 5th and 6th March, if there is a paper like this, or the joint entrance exam as you just mentioned, well, we do empathize on this part. By and large, conceptually speaking, I think we all need to groom our young ones into the life skills and learn to be more adaptable and accommodating to their the stages in life, because this is going to happen much later in the college life also, and it is pertinent that yes, diet, your sleep, your exercise, your communication at home. My main message is for the parents. I think I've already started receiving calls from students that tell my mom not to expect miracles and dreams to happen right away. So, I think we need to counsel parents. We request the principals to help parents understand it's more of their anxiety than the child's anxiety.
Right. So, I want to take this across to Sunita Nagpal, Principal of DPS Sushant Lok, also joining us on the show. Sunita Nagpal, would you say that parents here are panicking almost as much as students, if not more, when it comes to the reduction in gaps between papers? Would you say parents are particularly worried, and what is the advice that you're giving them?
See, actually, I really don't agree with this, that it should cause so much of panic.
Yep.
Because, you know, this is like Dr. Nagpal just mentioned, it's preparation over last 5-6 months, maybe a year. And everybody should have been better prepared, regardless of what the gaps are. I feel children can be made well equipped, and parents can definitely be told about this. And in fact, they should cooperate. Just imagine the quantum of adjustment that CBSE has to make with so many subjects. So, and year after year, the timetable, the date sheet cannot be the same.
Right.
The combinations cannot be the same. Students opt for different combinations. And when they go into college life, incidentally, they're not going to have date sheets like this at all. So, I feel we should equip our children better, make them stronger emotionally.
For stress and pressure right from the beginning. Himanshi Munjal joining us on the program.
Stress, actually.
Okay. Himanshi is a humanities student and she feels this schedule is very unfair. Himanshi, explain to us what your concerns are and what you feel the CBSE needs to do.
Yes, actually, I am a humanities student and the date sheet that is prepared is very biased, I think, towards commerce students. The psychology exam is on 5th April and the very next date is the political science exam, and then after the political science exam, it is the legal studies exam. So there is no gap in between, and if a student has opted for both psychology and legal studies, then he or she would have to give exam on 3 consecutive days. So I don't think it is made very efficiently.
Okay, I want to take a quick comment from Disha, who is in fact a commerce student. Himanshi thinks that this is biased unfairly for all of you commerce students. Do you agree with her?
Actually, as you can see, that we're getting at least like five days for every exam. So somehow it's good, but it's better than the last year's date sheet. Like last year, we got 17 days for eco. Being a student, I know for the first 12 days, I'll be lethargic and I won't study. So in the end, like being a student, we all study in the last 5 days. We're going to do the revision. We're going to study in the first 12 days, but in the end, it's going to be more of a chilled out study. So I guess we're getting a good 5-day exam gap, like we're getting a good 5-day gap for each and every subject. And I guess that's more than enough if we prepared before.